Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to game number 3, the decider, the best of one match now between CaringForTheWashed versus DmWp versus Anime for the RD2L EU Season 24 Sunday Division 2 semi-finals. And this is it. This is truly what this whole series has been building up to. Been a very dominant start and quick lose for both teams in both games, so maybe this game might break the mold and be a little bit different. We'll have to wait and see. But regardless, the bans, the Snapfire once again getting taken out, and the Tiny get removed this time from Anime, which does then leave the chance for Washed to pick up this Necrophos, which will be going into the mid lane. I would assume yet again. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I assume it is going to be their mid lane hero. But Anime decided to go with the Sand King as their first pickup, as you know, it's just a very well-rounded off-lane hero, and you can combo it up with several different characters.
5 seconds remain.
Obviously, it works out quite well with another support, which can like add a stun on top, keep people locked inside of the sandstorm, and just chuck a severe amount of damage onto whoever they do end up going on. So it can be a pretty scary lane to go up against. And they're actually going to grab the AA, and obviously that's not really as a lane combination with the Sand King, but it's just a fantastic counter towards the Necrophos in the later parts of the game. You just completely deny him from healing up at all. Which is a massive part of the hero. So just secure that counter, because if they didn't grab it now, it would have 100% gotten banned in this second phase. But, pardon me, Jakiro was actually the hero of choice there from the Wash. So that's going to be their position 5, I would assume. It can be played in different positions if you really want to, but nah, it's pretty much guaranteed to be the 5, right? It's a safe one to go for. Brings pretty much everything to the table. It is a very well-rounded support. It slows, it damages, it stuns. It does everything. It ticks all the boxes. The only downside is that he's pretty squishy. So if you can get on top of him, he'll die quite quick. But as long as you can protect him, he's a solid hero. Second set of bans. Once again, it's pretty much identical to the previous games. Anime removing the TA this time, as the Tiny was removing the first. The TA's gone, as well as the AM. Lone Druid and Sniper also been removed here from Washed. So see if they're maybe going to prioritize any of the heroes from the previous games. Maybe the Razor. I don't think they would they ban the Razor, because I mean it's not that great of a matchup versus the Necro. Obviously, as he doesn't give a crap about physical damage most of the time. You can just shrug it off. But no, they will do it. They'll do it anyway. I mean, Mash did dominate that mid. Like, really, really dominated it. There was not really too much that Haisakura could do to recover. It was just non-stop pain. Monkey also getting taken up there from Anime. So, just pure position 1 focuses there. Let's see what their third hero is going to be. It is going to be the Nyx Assassin. So, that's going to be their off-lane duo with the Sand King. So yeah, like I was saying, it's a hero that could bring a support. It's a support. They could bring a stun to the lane, help set up like a burrow into the sandstorm, as well as obviously it's a fantastic hero versus the Jakiro, because this guy is just based so much on dots that you're pretty much guaranteed to get stunned by the Spike Carapace. Exactly the same as the Necro as well. Just all the AoE damage coming out from these two heroes. It's perfect. Perfect setup so far for the Nyx Assassin. I'm very, very liking this hero choice. We'll see what the Wash are going to go for here as their third and fourth. Actually going to grab the Earth Spirit and the Death Prophet here. So I assume this is just going to be their off-lane combo. So just leaving their position 1 as their final pick. A Death Prophet can, sort of similar to the Tide, where once she gets a few levels, you can leave her on her own and feel quite safe about that. As also, you know, can get aggressive at the same time if the Earth Spirit finds a decent initiation in the lane with like a rolling boulder. Especially if they find the initiation onto AA, because yeah, the AA would die very, very quickly. It might be quite a scary lane for him. Fourth hero still yet to be picked up here for DmWp versus Anime. I imagine it will be their mid laner, as they already know what the matchup's going to be, so they don't really want, you know, the hero pool to be diminished even further. So what would Mash feel comfortable playing up versus this Necro in the mid? I think Lina is like a standard sort of one, where your right click's really potent against the Necro, but at the same time, you can pump out a lot of magic damage for when he goes for the Ghost Shroud. So yeah, maybe they go for the Lina. Oh, actually going to go for the PA. Okay, so it's a purely physical damage-based carry up against the Necro, which is a little bit awkward, but I suppose in the lane at least, she could Phantom Strike away from the Death Prophet to break those Soul Siphons.
10 seconds remain.
But that's if the Earth Spirit hasn't like rolled on top of her and silenced her to, you know, stop that from happening. That can be a little bit awkward, in all honesty. DP into AA. Oh yeah, that's actually a pretty good point. Obviously, the Death Prophet also a hero heavily reliant on that regen to keep her sustained in the fight, which has already been counted out. So yeah, this AA is paying off quite nicely so far. Void getting removed. Could be Void mid with Necro 3. DP mid, sorry, with Void 3. Whatever, yeah. What you just said, I was confusing the shit out of myself for what I'm saying. But yeah, it could be that way around.
It is Radiant's ban. It is Dire's ban.
Maybe they might just leave it open until they see it. I'm just slightly leaning towards the Necro being mid more, though. I think it's just as we've already seen it been played mid once before on the hero. Wraith King and Doozer were the heroes of choice there from Anime to take out of the pool. Let's see what the main position one is actually going to be to pick up here from Wash. It's got to be someone who can play up quite nicely versus the PA later on. It's always a bonus if you can go for a hero which is like a natural MKB builder. Like someone who, yeah, doesn't really care about taking that item at all. Maybe Faceless Void. Faceless Void's pretty good. You know, you can get the grab onto the PA, the AA as well. Very squishy heroes that can deal with it. And the rest of your cores can do a lot of damage from the outside. But okay, they do actually decide to go for the Drow instead. So just wanted to keep as much range as possible in these big team fights. But final pick still to come away from Anime. Got a whole minute of reserve time to work with as well if they really need to think about what it is they want to go for here. Because it is just their mid laning to pick up. Probably the Necro, but also the DP. A hero that works against either is very useful. I was thinking the Lina is pretty nice, but maybe now you want someone who can get into the back lines to actually deal with this Drow Ranger a bit more. I mean, you'll have the Blink Dagger on the Sand King eventually, and the Phantom Strike from the PA. Storm and the Void Spirit already been banned as well. I'm not too sure who they would actually be going for here. I guess they don't really know so either. Only 15 seconds reserve time now left. Oh, Ember is still available? Oh, yeah, they did ban Ember. I think maybe Ember? Yeah, if he doesn't play it, then that could be awkward. But I think that would work quite nicely. Ooh, go for a Pugner. Okay, so there's obviously a lot of high mana costing abilities here from the Wash. Like the DP, the Necro, the Jakiro. It's going to be pretty damn potent against them, as well as obviously having the Decrepify effect versus the right clicks on the Drow. Yeah, I quite like this, actually. I think it's not too bad of a pickup. Yeah, High Screw is taking the DP mid. You were right. And then Limbu going into the offlane there with the Necro. Not too sure about who the clear winner is in this mid lane of a DP versus a Pugner. I think it's
5 seconds.
Pugner based, as he can normally keep his range as far as possible, so the Soul Siphon's not really going to be the most potent of skills in this laning phase. But yeah, I think like Anime have got some decent answers though. Like the Pugner, like I was saying, the Nether Ward's going to be doing a hell of a lot of damage. You've got the AA versus the Necro and the Death Prophet. You've got some reach towards the Drow on the back of the PA, the Sand King, and the Nyx Assassin to some degree as well. It could be quite nice. But I think NFD is going to be looking to try and gank the mid lane as much as possible. But the Earth Spirit rolled onto the Pugner with the help of the Death Prophet could be quite nasty. I'm sure that's what they're going to be looking to do at some point. Probably around the level 3 mark for NFD. You get like the 2 points into the roll, one is the kick, and that's going to be their opportunity to go for that sort of move. Maybe it actually depends on the current state of the lanes. As if the DP7 or the Necro's having a rough time, might not want to commit for it. But we are in for the third and final game of DmWpAnime versus The Washed. Again, forget what the start of their fucking team name is, man. Shit, that's so bad. But yeah, it's now down to a best of one. Both been playing pretty damn well throughout this entire series. Been super back and forth in both games. A very exciting Dota to witness, so happy to see a game number 3. I think both times these teams have like attempted for a first blood play, and we've actually managed to get it, I think, on 2 different teams as well. So we'll see if maybe if they're going to attempt again. And there's 4 heroes from the Wash grouped up at the top. Have they got decent first bloods?
30 seconds.
I mean, they'll have Roll into Jewel Breath, into Death Pulse, with Crypt Swarm already leveled up. So they have a lot of burst damage and control and slow. So yeah, I think if anyone does step up, they probably will find them pretty quickly. And Batsfemi, he's thinking about it. He's in a very, very dangerous position right now. Do they actually see him with this ward? Yeah, they see him. All right, so they know that this AA is here. They're ready and waiting. If Batsfemi steps forward, or Limbu... They actually step in now. Batsfemi, though, is going to come in. I thought maybe they might have tried to, like, hold back behind this, behind the trees or something, and see or sort of the AA step forwards, but yeah, a little bit of serendipity there for Batsfemi not dying, as I think he probably would have dropped very, very quickly in that sort of scenario. But no such first blood this game, and an even 2 for 2 on the bounties as well. So the most even start we've had throughout this entire series. We'll see if it has that much of an effect. Already a deep sentry ward getting placed there from Chupacabra in the trees, but the creep wave actually been pushed underneath the tower, so it's going to be pushing into Anime's side now. Going to be able to just control that lane up a lot easier. But regardless, it is still 2 melee heroes versus a Drow and a Jakiro, so just the fact that they have the range capabilities, they're going to be able to push them out of these lanes with somewhat ease. Obviously, we'll have to be a little bit careful, because if, like, Grim gets hit from the Spike Carapace or something, it'll set him up to just be impaled into a Burrow Strike, and, yeah, he could die pretty damn quickly. We've got to be quite careful, very, very careful. Meanwhile, in this mid, already a lead being built up here from Mash. 5-0 on him to only the 1-0 Pi Sakura, but I mean, this is second wave, right? Yeah, it's the second wave. Still a few more for him to get if he can actually get it. What was actually the support for? Talking about some incredible play the Batsfemi was doing at the top. Yeah, what was the support actually for? Did anyone say? Oh, supposedly I've got a pre-roll in 54 seconds. which is going to be a very interruptive ad. So I'm going to quickly run a 30-second whilst it's paused, so hopefully guys don't miss much. So, oh wait, no, he's reconnected now. Damn it, Grim. Why couldn't you have been disconnected for a few more seconds? This pre-roll's coming in 38. All right, I'm just going to do it now. Maybe. I don't know. I'll just let the pre-roll do its fate, unfortunately. This is a downside of why I held out for going for affiliate, because getting an ad like in the middle of a game, man, that is really annoying. Unless the pre-roll, I don't know, doesn't do it. I'm not too sure. You guys who aren't subbed, have to let me know if you actually get an advert or not.
Let's not and say you did.
So obviously level 3 is going to be like the main power spike for both of these two mid laners. Let's see what they're going to be able to do when they actually get it. Pre-rolls for only people who aren't watching. Oh, okay. Oh, right. So if someone joined in now, they would then get it. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Cheers for that, Jammy. Yeah, I was always confused about what the hell the pre-roll actually meant. That's cool. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better. Thanks for letting me know. Down the mids, bottom, sorry. I'm just getting pressured quite a lot. But once again, it's just those two ranged heroes able to just chuck out all of their spells and such from afar. Very difficult playing up against. Very interesting positions here with Chupacabra with his sentry wards. Like, he likes to hide him in the trees as much as possible. It keeps him safe, sure, but then there's huge portions of like the sandstorm and such which aren't actually illuminated. There's a, you know, it's sort of like a you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't sort of situation in that respect. Oh, another pause here from Grimmy Boy. Is he DCing again? Okay, so he must just be having some serious lag problems right now. This is quite awkward. No one likes lag, man. No one likes lag. But it's a very, very even game, actually. Very even indeed. I mean, both the carries are somewhat similar. Actually, well, Grim has 9 denies. I didn't just notice that. That is quite a lot of experience that he is denying from the hands of Gogtod there. When we actually look at the amount of XP acquired, I mean, he's a tiny bit ahead of the Sand King, but then Chupacabra is like pretty much just over half a level ahead of the Nyx, which ain't too bad. The team is way too stimulated right now. Can you be too stimulated for a game of Dota? You want to be pumped. But then maybe in that regard, if you're like you're really ready to go, you might just not go back when you need to, you know. Full speed ahead, non-stop. Gotta have those pause tunes on the go. So, where is this Earth Spirit then? NFD, he's only just passed his level 2. So he's still got a little ways to wait before he maybe attempts to go for a gank in this mid. Because, yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's generally about the level 3 mark when like your offlane support tries to go for like some sort of attempt in the mid lane. I mean, you could try it as a level 2. It's not really like that one level make too much of a difference, maybe. I'll have to wait and see. But I think the rotation is inevitable. It's going to be coming out at some point. Just depends how soon. Who knows? It's quite a long old reconnection time. This is the only problem with like online leagues and such, is that especially with like one across like the entirety of the EU, you can get players from all different regions and such, that not everyone gets a decent connection to the server. Unless, of course, Grim has just got some god-awful internet in general. Maybe. But who knows? Discussing K-pop. Well, you know, it's pause, man. When else are you going to discuss K-pop? Why the hell not? But we are back. Hopefully that has resolved Grimm's lag issues. I do hope so. Nobody likes lag. But everybody loves K-pop. There's still just a slight advantage for Mash in this mid lane. Not really getting too big. If he gets both of these CS out of towers, are going to steal that one. A little bit unfortunate. But yeah, just pretty damn even. Not really much to discuss. Like in the side lanes. I mean, this is the most stable, calm game beginning that we've had so far. Not a single kill yet. 3.5 minutes in. Whew. Like before, it was just madness. It was kills happening left, right, and center. Every lane was just constant fights. Not quite gonna happen this time, though.
No.
Chupacabra going mad on the Sage's masks. Man loves his mana regen. What's he using 2 for? Obviously 1 for the Bassi ring, but what's the second one? You don't need 2 for Bassi ring, do you? No, it's just 1. I don't even know. He just loves Sage's masks. Fair enough. Still, Grimm's just happily doing whatever the hell he wants. CS in a way. Likewise on Panda. Neither one really being contested too much. Obviously, Grimm's having a little bit of a better time. 15 denies on top of his 22 last hits is pretty damn nuts. Not nice if you're Regurgitard, though. That's got to feel kind of rough himself. Only in 7-1 in terms of CS for this poor old SK. He's even trying to farm up the neutrals, but Grimm's like, nah, you're not even going to have them. I'm going to take them. Oh, Mash maybe overstepping a little bit there onto High Sakuras. Takes a bit of a beating for it. Doesn't actually have any regen. Oh, he nearly gets taken out for that, but first was actually found at the top lane there from Limbu. Getting the grab there onto Bat's Fimi. So, long last, First Blood is found. It was so close to being onto Mash, though, there in the mid. So, High Sakuras, despite the fact that he was lacking behind in CS a bit, he's definitely started to recover, and he just sweeps him from the side. He gets a little crit swarm from the trees. There's no way Mash could react to that. And now, he's going to try and use this Exorcism with the Catapult Wave to do as much damage to this tower as he possibly can. 10 seconds and the Puglet's going to respawn, but still in that amount of time, there's going to be a lot of damage found onto this tower. I still don't think the Death Prophet ultimate has actually been patched out properly yet, but the Glyph will keep majority of the tower relatively healthy. Meanwhile, out at the top, it looks like Batsfimi is probably going to die yet again, or is he? He's really low. That one final right for Limbo will get it. It guarantees him to get the ridiculous amount of bonus regen as well. So yeah, Limbu's starting to snowball at this top lane now. 2 kills to boot. As well as decent amount of CS. The roll, ooh, a little bit off the mark there as Panda just steps backwards and dodges it out. Meanwhile, down the bot, Grimm looked like he got pretty low. So not quite able to find that kill. Still going to need a salve brought out to him. He's got a few tangos. He'll slowly heal him back up. He's definitely got to be careful, though. Because, yeah, all the skills available for these 2 guys off lane in the anime squad could easily net that kill. Grimm thinking about he wants to go for it here. There is a spike carapace, though, so he's got to be careful. Oh, the Impale actually ends up missing. Few of the right clicks. So it's going to be a spike carapace. It comes out, but it's too late. The damage is there from Grimm. Just finds the kill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What can you do? Oh, now High Sakuras got to be careful. There's going to be a drain up now. Just drops the pulse. Oh, High Sakuras does survive. I think he used a Fairy Fire then as well, which probably been just about enough to actually sustain him through that damage. But now it's been forced to run all the way back to base. It's going to be a little bit of time now where Mash can look to... Oh, yeah, Mash, sorry. Can apply more pressure to the tier 1. Speaking of pressure, Limbu. Maybe think I'm getting poked up on there. Panda, though, doesn't quite commit for a jump forwards. Batsfimi's just chucking out all his spells from afar, but the roll forwards are going to come in, kicks him back into the waiting arm. 3 for Scythe. The big wombo. Just roll, kick, Scythe, bang. Easy peasy kill. Actually, TP down to the bot here from NFT. Oh, but the creep was there, so they spot the rotation for the Earth Spirit. It looks like WP's probably going to be the sacrifice. There's going to be Spike Carapace, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. He'll be able to still die. One more right click. It's another kill. Six for nothing now in the favor of the Washed. Starting to get a bit of a momentum build up here from this laning phase. But like we were saying earlier, every team that has won the laning phase has lost the game. So, oh dear. It could spell doom in the long run. Mash just getting run out a little bit under the tower, but not really able to do much else. NFT also rotates in here. Batsfimi saw predicted this move, was here to lend a helping hand to his mid laner. Even DMP gets a nice impale off the side. Shamgan stands ground with the drain. He's getting really low, but it's not enough damage to kill him. They do. They get the final hit. Down he goes. Even gets the secondary grab onto DmWp at the same time. Panda rotating in himself, but regardless, it's not really enough to deter him away from just running at the supports. They find the kill on him as well. Panda jumping onto the Death Prophet, but not actually enough to get the kill. Gogtard getting involved, just holding High Secura back, but that's both of the other two cores rotating into the mid. They don't actually end up saving anybody's life, but I guess it was enough to keep the tier 1 tower from falling. But regardless, it's another 3 kills. They don't lose anybody, and a 900 gold swing. Solid 3k gold advantage now in the favor of the Washed, and all 3 cores at the top of the net worth. It looks like Gogtard's not even going to bother rotating anywhere else. Maybe they could try and pressure out this mid. I mean, they got the 4 points into the Nether Blast, which is just going to be chucking from afar every single time it's off cooldown. And unless anybody actually decides to rotate in this mid to stop this from happening, this tower will be gone in one more cast. Yeah, one more usage. And they will find it. He's coming. NFT, though, he's here. He's going to roll forwards. As he just gets the connection onto Gogtard, the backlines. The tower had already fallen. Life Chain was used defensive there onto his own offlaner. Reaper side. They got the connection. They got their kill. Down goes Smash. With Gogtard stuck there in the middle. They don't actually have any detection, though, so will be safe. Roll was there from NFT to get himself to safety. Panda, they're getting run out a little bit here from High Securus. Shouldn't be caught here, though. He's going to be safe. Meanwhile, Limbu's still just trying to chase off Batsfimi. There is going to be the cold feet, which gets the stun. Meanwhile, that was going on in the bottom lane. Grim was able to get another kill onto the Nyx Assassin. 11-0 now in the favor of the Wash. This is getting real disgusting.
Shiver.
Oh, down bottom. Yeah, maybe get this kill here onto the Grim, and they do find it. It takes a few heroes to actually rotate to get the kill, but regardless, the damage is done. They get the 2 at...
Another trial.
That's a little bit of a whip. So you're just walking casually through the Magnifier. It does a lot of damage. You've got to be careful, but it doesn't matter. NFT rotating himself. He's also going to end up dying. And maybe even now Limbu. He's getting really low. He's able to get the kill onto the Sand King. That regen might actually be enough to keep him alive. Actually, no, he didn't get it. NFT got the kill instead, so he doesn't get that regen. He's going to try and juke himself out underneath the tier 1 tower, but they're boxing him in between the trees. The TP is coming in from the Jakiro, but regardless, DmWp is going to be able to just use his ultimate and retreat. The Grim is trying to chase down Mash, but he's just going to turn around. The drain, the damage, the Ice Blast, they kill him! He's gone as well! That's just a 2 deaths in a quick succession there for Grim with TP on cooldown, so he's going to have to pod himself to the jungle when he respawns. So, just like that, Anime managed to find 5 kills in very, very quick succession, which helped level out this game a bit. Arc falling down into their favor, but not actually enough to push the 3 main cores on the side of the Wash off the top of the net worth, though. They have still got that position.
Earth's bounty.
The Yules are online for Hysakuris. BKB coming up next. Ooh, down bottom. Okay, just a kill onto Chupacabra. Sham going in for the Ether Lens as his first item, just to get the extra range on the life drain. Try and keep it on people for as long as possible. Where's the Sand King? Yeah, got the Blink Dagger queued up next, but another 1,000 gold until that has actually been completed. Panda's still trying to work onto this Battle Fury.
To their top tower.
Yeah, he's a fair chunk of money off though. Gonna be pretty rough. But actually, whilst I'm talking about that, down bottom, 3 heroes from the Wash just collapse onto Mash. They take out the Pugner with the Reaper Cypher, gone for 30. And now with these this amount of heroes amassed at the bot, they're gonna try and pressure in the tier 1. They don't have Exism, but I think regardless, they should have the capabilities to just pressure it out. I mean, there is going to be a glyph, but the liquid fire diminishing the tower's actual effectiveness, so I think they should still get it. They will persevere. Actually, I don't know. Pugner's actually respawning now. They could rotate in the Sand King. Actually, no, he's not even leveled up Epi. Still just wants to get his Blink Dagger, so they will probably just sack this tower. Actually, no, now Mash is actually rotating in. They can maybe start off onto Limbo. Ice Blast coming in, which he actually steps into, but it's not actually enough follow-up to hold him in. They're just in full retreat. Limbo not actually able to heal up, because obviously he has the Frostbite on him. But now it's worn off, and Hysakuris, he just straight up pops his Exism, barreling himself in there. NFT also getting the connection onto Batsfemi, so going to be able to find this grab onto the AA. The silence gets dropped onto Mash to hold him back, and now DmWp, he gets caught in the trees, and he will die as well. So they take down those 2 heroes in response, even still got the kill onto the tower to boot, and they're actually going to try and pressure the tier 2 a little bit. Actually, not too much. I thought maybe they might have lingered for a bit longer as Exism still had a bit of duration. But I guess with the rotation of the Sand King, it was pretty risky. Blink Dagger just around the corner now. Grim, Dragon Lance and Falcon Blades going for the standard Shadow Blade item as the first there for the Drow. I looks like he actually just wants to complete it all the way into the Hurricane Pike first. Not going to decide to go any for like other mid-tier items in between. Just wants to get that gap crater as fast as possible, which definitely makes sense against the lineup that Anime have. You know, if the PA jumps on you, it's always nice to just Hurricane Pike him away. The same sort of situation as the Sand King, and also be used to push away the Pugner to break the life drain to boot. So yeah, definitely a worthwhile item to go for. Now it just looks like the Wash setting themselves up in the dire jungle. 3 wards get committed just for superior vision in this vicinity. So any sort of move that they do attempt to make him, they will see them coming from all angles. Gug's actually TPing up here. Obviously the Blink Dagger is up. So if Anime really want to make some sort of counterplay, they probably could. They actually are rotating quite a few heroes, but they're under vision here. The roll initiation immediately onto WP. He's silenced up, so he can't actually get his spike carapace or anything off. He might actually end up dying. No, the life drain's there, but that's not going to save him from the scythe. He still dies. That will at least allow them to remove some of the vision in this vicinity. That 1 sentry actually getting 2 wards. Oof. Easy money. Such value. Oh, but it looks like Grim, he's actually just found a grab hit onto Pando. Everyone else rotating in, but not even really necessary. Grim able to get the solo kill. And now, with them dead, they're going to try and pressure this tier 2. They're going to use the Exism for it. The glyph is there. The 3 points into Liquid Fire. Be able to get it off one more time, which should be able to keep the catapult alive. Actually, not going to be able to do it. Actually, meanwhile, I missed that, but Mash just gets rolled on and killed there with the help of Hysakuris. So now they're going to try and focus onto it. NFT still rolling underneath the tier 2. Ooh, the Burrow Strike just in time there to avoid the ice path. Chupacabra actually ends up dying to something. What did he die by? Was it just a tower? I don't even know. Yeah, maybe regardless, they still got the tier 2. I don't think they really care. Life in position 5. You are expendable. And deal with it. Looks like the Wash just want to try and keep this top pushed out as much as possible. Maybe pressure the tier 2 yet again. Obviously, they don't actually have the exorcism, but maybe just the long-range right clicks there from Grim are going to be efficient. What is he doing? He's tunneling in behind the tier 2. Interesting play here from the Drow. It's the casual ice blast getting thrown out.
Bounty.
Well, Panda, with this Battle Fury online, at least he's starting to accelerate his farming speed a bit now. He's still like 2,000 gold behind his counterpart carry, or well, 1,500 gold, I should say. And he's going for BKB first, I would assume. Oh, actually, whilst I'm talking about that, up top, Regogotard is controlled, he's silenced, he's stunned. Oh, he's just barely able to get the Sandstorm off. That's actually going to be able to save his life. Meanwhile, though, in the backlines, the Nyx Assassin not going to be so fortunate as he still gets taken out. That was extremely close to Regogotard getting taken out there. And now in comes the resuming assault of this tier 2 tower. They have Exorcism up in 8 seconds. I don't know if they're going to be... We really need to use it. Maybe just the right clicks alone from Grim from this far range is going to be sufficient. No, they are going to do it anyway. I guess once they take this tower, they'll go Roche. That's probably the best way to actually utilize the rest of this ultimate ability. Hysacurus is barreling his way there. They've got the outpost, they've got the tier 2s. There's not really any easy TP location here from Anime to respond. Even just dumping in the macro as well. Want to try and take this kill as fast as they possibly can. And there's no information for Anime that this is going on. So this will just be a freebie. Aegis going to be going to the hands of the Drow Ranger. So any further team fights is just going to be even more difficult here for Anime. I do find the Philly Stone though. Money, money, money. Oh, pretty much the entirety of the Wash heading down towards the bot. They do move underneath the Observer Ward vision, so they do know the move's coming out, but still Panda. Can they see him? Oh, the Yules is there. They get the grab just in a matter of time. The Panda will end up dying. Reaper's Scythe to get the kill. The kick for style points. But while that was going on, Batsfemi did die in the... Chupacabra, sorry, not Batsfemi. Did die in the mid. He was extremely far up on his own. So, he rightly so did die for that. But, I mean, regardless, you know, your position 5 dies for the enemy core. You can't complain. The final tier 2 as well is going to fall momentarily here for Anime at just over the 20-minute mark. So the pressure that the Wash are able to apply is just really, really unstoppable at this point. It looks like they're even going to attempt to go high ground here. Going to force a few TP rotations back here from Mash as well as Regurgitar. They are going to come funneling their way in. Ooh, rolling from NFD. He gets to grab that onto Expedition, but he might have bit off more than he could chew here. He's getting hit by the life train, but luckily for him, the cooldown on that roll was so low, he can escape. Which is dumb. I think it is dumb, man. It's like level 4 ability. It's a 4-second stun, which also closes the gap. Super strong skill, man. Why is Smash Team losing? What's happening in this game? Just had a really rough start. Really rough start. They've been making a move onto the position 5 Jakiro. NFD rolls in there to make some space for him. And now look, maybe some counterplay. Blasphemy's getting low. The right clicks from Grim. A couple more. They will actually find it. They take down the Ancient Apparition. Panda's also sort of stuck in the side there. We'll get the jump off to it. Ice Path getting the connection, but Life Train's going to be there defensively from Mash. It keeps his carry alive. Gurgtard sat off to the side there, waiting for his opportunity to go for a game. Oh, nice silence from NFD. Pushes him further away. Grim was getting targeted up, but regardless, the tier 3 does end up dropping. The buyback was actually already popped from the Ancient Apparition, but he doesn't have ultimate to use. Grim now, his first life is gone. This is going to be the opportunity here for Anime to go for a counterplay. Not actually gearing up for the epicenter though. Actually, his blink tag was some cooldown. If they had that, they probably would have gone for him, and that would have been a kill for sure. It's a little bit unfortunate there for Anime. But, I mean, regardless, they do take out the enemy Aegis. It costs them a buyback on support and a tier 3. But it does make this next fight a little bit easier. And they're actually just charging after him right now. See if they can find anybody. The Ice Blast unfortunately misses. And the Vendetta actually runs out before they can get the grab onto anybody. They're still just relentlessly charging in, though. No, they will decide to just start hitting creatures instead. They're not going to grab anybody. Oh, I say that. Chupacabra might do. Nah, they're not going to. He's fine. Just got casual 2k sat in his back pocket. I assume then if you're stashing this much if you're stashing this much gold, he's probably going in for like an Axe, I would assume. Limbu, oh, he tried to just go for the TP out, but there was Gurkatod to deny it. Mash actually cancelling his life drain. It's not going to matter, he will still get the kill. That's an interesting choice though. That's a free pick-off though. Taking out the enemy Necro, gone for 40 seconds. We'll see if they're going to be able to do anything with this. Obviously, they still have Epicenter and that to use. I'm going to run into anybody though. Shiva's guard next for a High Sakura. Grim. Got the Hurricane, Shadow Blade. Actually got his own BKB queued up next. The Necro nearly got his own BKB. I guess the PA also built a BKB, 400 gold away. The Pugner also building into a BKB, a little bit further away himself. And the Sand King not building BKB. The only core not to do it. Deciding to actually go for the Ags himself. That's just the interesting choice, actually.
Invisibility.
Is it just for like the cast range, really? I mean, the caustic finale is sometimes nice, but it's quite a hefty gold investment for it. Meanwhile, Grim, ooh, maybe it's got a solo kill there onto Mash. TP barely completing in time. Still 11k gold advantage. All three cores still at the top of the net worth. And they got all their almost use. So if, I mean, normally if you're in this sort of position, you would just keep the aggression, keep them all held in their base, and just wait for the next roast to respawn. Because they don't really need to press the matter as of yet. Like, they're winning the slow farm war. And they got the much better position for when that Roshan eventually spawns. Which potentially up in 2 minutes 15. I have to wait and see though. It's just an animal that builds Ags every game. Sometimes, you know, getting Ags is fun. Oh, wow. That's Giga long range roll. Actually gets the connection. Gurgtard, he might just die for this. All the right clicks raining in. Even using the Reaper Scythes, they find the kill.
You taste your own rotting tongue.
Yeah, he just picks him off. Yeah, you will slow us a BKB. I think one of those items would be a bit more useful for his team in the actual fights. But who knows. And now, oh, High Sakura forced to pop his BKB. He was getting pressured quite a bit. Actually popping the X's and going to try and dive into the base here. But those BKBs about to run out. He's going to focus onto the barracks, but everyone else is ready and waiting to maybe do some sort of counterplay. Constantly chopping the Ice Path to hold him back. Oh, actually, the Phantom Strike into the Ice Path. Panda just gets removed. Gone in a second. Blasphemy now getting caught as well. The right click's coming in. Chupacabra's dots actually finding that one. And they are both gone without buyback. Still a little bit of duration of this Exism. Do they want to go for the top set of barracks? They want to fall back? Looks like they are going to try and go for the top if they can. It's a 5 versus 3, so I don't see why not. Ice Puff yet again connecting onto the Nyx. Another roll connection from NFD. Nyx actually get pushed back in. He just sets her up for a double impale hit though. Grim survivor with a sliver of HP is going to try and retreat on Outbiz. There's no detection. Ice Puff barely missing. So actually some nice responses there from Anime, picking off 2 in response. Maybe dived in a bit too deep there from the Washed. Like, should have just been happy with their first 2 kills. Madness, though. Madness. But regardless, I mean, it's still a gold advantage. I think when you account the PA def as well, I think it was still just about the advantage of the washed. Actually, I don't know. Because their gold advantage, maybe it was in total better for them. Who knows? But let's see what the Roche time is going to be. And 1 minute 25. So about mid spawn range. That's obviously going to be the next main objective for the washed, and I'm not sure if Anime could just willy-nilly give it up. They do have extremely good Roshan fighting capabilities, right? They got Epicenter, they got Ice Blast as well. Just stuns that get chucked out from the Nyx. So they could easily take a fight into this Roche pit, but it is going to be going up against all 3 BKBs. Well, I say that, actually, yeah. Grim will definitely have his BKB available by the time Roshan respawns. He's only, like, 200 gold off. So he's got his. The Death Prophet's got his. And the Necro also has his. Even going in for the Refresher Orb as his next item, just to get for that big double Reaper Scythe. So I'd actually go for the Ags, for the Blink Dagger, first. Does help him get into the backline, it's a bit easier. And obviously follow up on the initiation from NFD. Looks like Anime did attempt to go for some sort of smoke play there, but unfortunately for them, they didn't actually end up running into anybody of the washed. But Roshan is up in 3 seconds. Does anybody scout it? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Grim just actually gets a solo kill there onto DmWp at the top. Those just silence into a barrage, multi-shot, sorry, that's just more than enough damage. And now they will actually scout Roche. And they're going to go for this one. I don't think they needed to use Exorcism, right? They could be a little bit greedy. Okay, no, they do decide to go for Exo. I don't know. I think they probably could have held on to it when they actually decide to push, just get a bit more efficiency out of the cooldowns. Because, I mean, sure, they've got half the duration of this Exo left. They're not going to get much done with it. So if you think about it as that, now I think they can't really make a move until Exo's back up, which is still another 1 minute and 25 seconds. So that's like 2 minutes that gets taken off the duration of this Aegis. So you really only have like 2.5 minutes or so of effective Aegis time. If you want to be really clinical about it. Oh, roll forward, Panda. Nearly gets caught, but he does have that BKB. Okay, so maybe now with this BKB on cooldown, they can actually just go for high ground push without actually having the Exorcism online. And should we get Axe? No, he went for the 4-star. Okay, now he has Axe queued up though. Got it up in just over 1,000 gold. Just such long range pokes of prods of Tube Grab. The Ice Blast, it does actually hit. I don't think it's enough to tick him out though, so he should be fine. All those little skills getting chucked out, that's actually held the wash back, so they can't just keep pushing forward. It looks like Ragogotar was still hunting for the Jakiro there. But they will just TP out safely off to the side. Ooh. Silence nearly got the connection there onto the PA. The Silence. Still no BKB for 18 seconds, but the rest of the team is there to make some space. He should be fine. Oh, nice double impale. This might just be the death one to the Death Prophet. He gets super low with the extra damage. They do find it. Grim's forces pop his BKB to avoid the damage coming out from the epicenter. Reaper Cypher get dropped to the backline. They find the kill onto the AA. Oh, DmWp swipes barely, but no. The point blank kick is there. But Panda, though, jumping forwards, does have the BKB. Nice save there from NFD. Makes the space for his carry to disengage. And he should be able to survive himself. Fantastic play coming in from the Ember Spirit. Earth Spirit, sorry. But, I mean, regardless from that, it's still a pretty good fight from Anime. It's a 3 for 2. And it gives them, like, nearly a 3,000 gold swing just like that. And obviously halts the push coming out from the washed. But, I mean, once everybody's respawned, they probably will go again as Exorcism is now back off of cooldown. Words, man. So, yeah, that's probably going to be the time they're going to be looking to make some magic happen. Silver Edge, though, now coming out here for Grim. So extra lethality for this Drow. And if he actually even got his own BKB now finished up, definitely helps him just to barrel into those back lines a bit safer. I imagine he'll probably go for the Ags as his next item. Because whenever I see like tier 1 Earth Spirit players, they always go for the Ags, like Yapzor and stuff. He makes the hero look so goddamn strong when you get that Ags. You roll in, you're like your stone form, like the PA or the Pugner. The Pugner would actually probably be a better choice, as he doesn't have any BKB to avoid the count, like the follow-up plays. Yeah, you turn him into a stone, you kick him back into the rest of your team. Really damn strong. Well, NFD actually missed his first time. Actually lands his DMP in the backline there, but regardless, you probably get focused up. Does have the BKB unpopped? He's not going to be forced to use it. Just rolls on out. Meanwhile, Hysocorus has committed his own Nexusm. Rotard, he just counters it out with his own epicenter. They take him out. Now Limbo just walking up high ground. He's stunned. He's cold feet. They're chucking out the casual E-Blade, and they just take him out as well. The Wash, they're just hemorrhaging kills right now. Another roll forward there from NFD, trying to make the space. They just find the kill to Panda with ease. How did he die so quickly? NFD's just trying to make some magic happen on his own. On top of Gotard, he gets the dust, he gets the grab, he gets the kill. Batsfimi also dying. DmWp barely survived himself, just limping on out of the fight. Oh, Grim. I think he spotted him though. NFD, he's got another long range roll. Not quite enough to find the actual hit though. Regardless, that does actually cause 2 buybacks in response from Anime. I mean, there was a buyback, though, from the Necrophos at the same time. So that actually does level out the gold and XP change just about. There's still 30 seconds without the PA. Can they get much done without in this time span? Maybe they can. There's also no epicenter. So they will just chill. Only 10 seconds left for the Aegis, so not really going to get the most use out of this. But regardless, it looks like they're still going to carry on pressuring up this top. I mean, I don't know if they should. They're not going to have Aegis, and they don't have Exorcism. This is a really, really risky push. Like, Epicenter's all up, BKBs are all back off a cooldown. I think this might just be pressing the issue for not much reason at all. NFT doesn't even have that much mana to work with. And here comes the initiation. Burrow Strike into the Ice Path. Limbu's getting really low. He's trying to heal up, but just one hit from the Vendetta. They take out the Necro just like that. And they're all forced to run away. He's down for 90. And yeah, that was pretty rough. So, once again, I imagine the Wash are just going to chill until next Roshan is up. But it looks like Anime not going to try and wait that long. Going for a smoke move themselves. Do they find anyone, though? That is the question. They're making their way down towards the bot lane, which does actually have the Drow Ranger. If they keep on this trajectory, this is a big, big kill to find. Gogtard, he sees him. Oh, they got the initial stun. He's a goner. Perfect pick off to find. Down for 90 seconds now. It's worth like 1,500 gold just for that kill alone. Jesus Christ. 2k gold swing. Does have a buyback though for 80, but there's still going to be like the first time in a long time where Anime can actually start getting some work done. Macropire with the Ags just dropped in the mid there from Chupacabra. The perfect skill to just deny the push. Unfortunately, the patch did actually reduce the duration by 10 seconds, which is actually quite a big nerf, to be honest. It's still long enough to get this second wave, but normally like that extra 10 seconds ends up paying out quite big. Oh, actually, NFT gets caught, 4 people on top of him, but with that BKB, he's able to just roll on out. He should be fine. Cannot say the same about Chupacabra, though. Another casualty. Anime are just coming back on into this game, finding pickoffs left, right, and center. Even getting D-wards. Cheers for the follow to the wing. Appreciate that, dude.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
See NFD just chilling in the trees. Maybe just waiting to cut the next creep wave. I don't know. With high security, do they want to try and gank the Pugner? It's not an easy kill to find by any means. Yeah, he just straight up TP's out. I think he knew something was awry and didn't want to risk it. I mean, the progression of Washed has severely been delayed now. Like, I think they're going to be questioning about, you know, how they actually take these next few fights. Obviously, Roshan is a big key factor of that, which is up in 1 minute and 40 seconds. Grim just making his own stacks. Very rarely see stacks being made by a carry at this stage in the game. It's always nice to see. Oh, he's actually got his own refresher all queued up. Just noticed that. I suppose double BKB, double multi-shot could be kind of cool. We'll see how that actually ends up working out. I would have thought he would have gone for like... Would I say Satanic or something like that? Actually, no. Satanic's not too great because obviously the verse is the AA, so it makes sense not to go for that. Maybe it's not worth going for like a Daedalus or something. Just pure actual damage. I don't know. Well, we'll see how this this refresher ends up panning out for him. Meanwhile, just a slow little push up towards this top, but it's going to get immediately countered. That's a level 2 Dagon now. Yeah, level 2 Dagon just gets immediately brought up here for Mash. So with the burst damage, E-Blade, Blast, Life Drain, it's going to be quite a big little whack. I think everyone's pretty tanky at this point, so no one should just instantly die by it. Like, even the supports, 2.6 and 2.3k HP, they should be fine. Roshan up in 10 seconds. Anime, they realize this. Oh, but the Nyx just run straight into it. There is going to be the Ice Path. The 9 is retreat. There was a life drain, but actually gets cancelled out. The roll forward was an NFD. It's a pretty nice grab. Reaper's Slice gets dropped to the backlines. Wasn't enough damage to actually get the kill, though. He's still alive. He will eventually tick down. And now, as 2 heroes already been removed, they're in full retreat. Hyscarus gets the hold there onto the PA there with the Scepter, trying to silence him up. He's just in full retreat. Nice Burrow Strike, gets the stun tool. The PA juking out towards the side, but he's silenced up. He can't go anywhere. He's dead. He doesn't even have buyback. He's gone for 80 seconds. Hyscarus can't try and make the best use out of the rest of this Exism. Creeps are coming in, so backdoor protection is gone. This is a 5 versus 3, no chance to come back in. Burrow Strike with Epicenter. It's nearly the kill onto Death Orbit. We're barely able to find NFT with the roll in, making the space. Can they at least kill Hysakura? They will. The life drain just about enough to get the grab. Will buyback though to just come on back in. They realize they have momentum. No buybacks available from the rest of Anime, so they could keep this pressure coming in. They found the grab here onto the Nyx. He will go. Gurktard off to the side. Actually, he's still alive. How is he not dying yet? He managed to get a stun on Chupacabra, but not enough to actually get that kill. Gurktard, the only survivor. It's a 1 versus 5 situation.
Amateur.
And I don't think there's anything he can do. Everything's been used. There's a long old time to try and hold off the enemies. But it looks like the Wash, they're not even ending it. They're going for Megas. Wah! Okay. Maybe there's a glimmer then where Anime can actually try and hold this on. 8 seconds for the AA and 16 for the PA. Sure, they can be playing up against Megas, but maybe they can actually defend their Ancient. They're going to try their best. Actually going to try and go for a quick burst here onto NFD, but obviously has that BKB. Gets blocked up for Gurktard. He's still just going to disengage, roll on out of there. PA now up. Let's see what they can do with it. The Mega's now secure. Panda immediately jumping onto Grim. Isn't going to be any support. The BKB's there, but as well as the Hurricane Pike pushing the PA away. Can he get anything done? He's just casually running through the creep waves. The barrage of right click coming through. The Reaper Scythe. He is gone. The second use of the Epicenter, but it doesn't do anything to Limbu. And GG's called. Oh, Basu drops Panda is bad. JK's cute. But that is Caring for the Wash. They take the series 2-1 and push themselves forward to the grand finals of Div 2 for the RD2L EU Season 24 Sunday Clarity. Look, Sunday League. Someone else. Jesus Christ, I'm confusing myself, man. But yeah, much deserved victory. It took a while. There was quite a lot of times where Anime pushed them back. They really, really made them work for it, but they were able to do it in the end. So very, very nicely done. But yeah, that is it. Actually, I don't know Is the other game completed yet? That was going on. Let's have a look if it's been updated on the tournament page or not. No, it's not been put on the tournament page. But they'll either be playing up against Brian's team or Dandy's team. If anyone knows, then drop it in chat about who have actually won that series, because I ain't got a clue. I'm not a clue. But yeah, if you guys have enjoyed this game, my cast, please do follow me or even subscribing to me on my Twitch. Any help I get, I do thoroughly appreciate. So yeah, it would be pretty damn cool. But regardless of that, there is no more... I was about to say anime then. God damn this team name. There is no more Dota for today. It is done. And it is now 20 past 10 on a Sunday, and I'm still yet to go and have my dinner. So that is what I'm going to do. But regardless, it has been fun. Very enjoyable. So hats off to the two teams, making it a great show and something really, really great to watch and cast. So hats off to both of them. But that's it. I'm going.